Hello everyone, good morning. It's Sunday here on the East Coast. I just wanted to put this video up on YouTube. This is a process layout for the paper issues scrapbook challenge. I haven't done one in a while, so I was like, let me give it a shot. It was about lists. And so I'm making a list of 10 things that I'm going to do this year. And I started off, I did all this pre-camera because I was doing another video, and then I decided, like, another layout, and then whatever, it didn't come the way I want to, but I kept the right hand side of my picture stacked with different scraps of paper, and then that's an old wood grain from like Cosmo Cricket, Happy Camper maybe, or even Nutmeg. It's the Nutmeg collection, and it's like that dark brown wood grain, like cartoony looking wood grain, and then I tucked in half of a little doily there, and then I just put one of the journaling cards from the Maggie Holmes flea market. I cut that out of the paper and used that down at the bottom. That's that graphy paper you see. And here I am, I'm just applying the title of my page, which is going to be 10 things I'm going to do in 2014. So yes, this was a challenge over on Paper Issues, and I believe you can win a $20 gift card to their store, which is pretty cool. And I used to do challenges all the time, like L's Studio challenges, and right there I'm spelling 10 again, like a nitwit. I'm like, wait a minute, take that off. I need to put things. Anywho, so yeah, I used to do challenges all the time. I find them really, they really get you going and inspire you to create, you know, a different layout depending on the challenge. If it's like a sketch challenge, this one just made me think outside the box. Like, I don't do New Year's resolutions because I feel like I always pick the same resolutions and I always fail or I don't complete them. So I just figured these are like more like goals, things I want to strive to possibly, which I guess are resolutions, right? But I think these are more easier to attain. And that picture is just an Instagram picture. I printed out, and it's just me and my cat Ollie. It was the only picture of me that I had on hand, so I used it. It's a little funky, but whatever. And those are the burlap letter stickers from, I think, Hey You maybe, or something like that, from Basic Gray. And pardon me, because a lot of the products I use in this, I'm probably not going to know the names of. I'm so bad at that part. But yeah, you should check it out. I think the contest is running. Today might be the deadline. I'm not sure. So give that a check out. And it's a really great website. They have a storefront. They have a design team. They have a blog. And it's just fun to go over there and get some ideas and see what's going on. So I posted this layout on my blog. So if you want to see close-up pictures where you can click on, you can just go to my blog. There was a lot going on when I was making this video. I was kind of like in a time crunch because we were going out to lunch with my mom for her birthday, and my stepdaughter wanted to be in the room with me, and she was like talking and singing, and people were coming and going, and it was just one of those things. So I was thinking, what was I gonna say? So I went to Joann's yesterday and Big Lots, and my Big Lots stunk, but it doesn't have much stuff. But I have a tiny little itty bitty haul. I really don't haul on this channel. I think I used to, but I really don't buy that much. So they have a tiny itty bitty haul, and maybe I'll just do like a vlog / itty bitty haul. And I'm thinking of doing a little tour maybe of my new room that I set up upstairs. Let me know if you'd like to see that. And I think that's pretty much it on that front. So I'm just building my title there. And those are the Studio Calico letters. They're from a Project Life kit. I really need to get a new memory card because it's just horrible. Every like 10 minutes the thing, I'll say maybe less than that, shuts off, and I have to take the card out, unload it. So here I am. I covered my picture with this paper towel, and I'm going to do a drip splatter going sideways. I have a design in mind, and so I guess I'm just going with that design. These strips are gonna go. So it's Sunday morning, and we have a busy day today. We're gonna go check out some houses. We're just perusing right now. We're getting an idea of what we like. And I think we're checking out like 4 houses. And then it's football Sunday. I don't know how it is in your house, but football's huge here. So I'll probably have some more time doing whatever I want while they watch football, which is great. So I'm just dripping that. So I was watching some videos last night, and I saw Tiffany Westbrook, and she announced that she's having a baby. So congratulations, that's really exciting news. It's really awesome. I look forward to seeing your baby layouts, which I need to start making some of, because I have a nephew who turned 1, and I have lots of pictures of him, and I start making some layouts, but I've been so focused on making my wedding album and finishing it and getting it on the shelf. So I just did some splatter right there, and now I'm drying it with my heat gun, because you don't want to make smudges. And I'm drinking my coffee. This is a longer video than usual. I don't know why. Probably because it was so much broken up video clippage, but it's all good. I'm drinking a beet smoothie right now, so if you hear anything, I'm trying to drink healthier smoothies in the morning because I don't know. I feel like I don't get enough vegetables. Anyway, that's besides the topic. So I'm just tucking in. I cut these tags out of that Maggie Holmes flea market paper. On the B side of one of them, actually, it came in a paper pad, so there is no B side. But these are just the tags that you can cut up. So I cut up a bunch of them, and I'm just placing them how I see fit. I'm just going to move them around until I think I really like the way they look, and then I'm just going to start taping them down. And these tags are going to act as my like journaling spots from 1 through 10, the 10 things. And I believe there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 journaling tags, and 2 of them are going to have 2 things. The bigger ones will have 2 things. So I'm just gluing these down. And at some point, my big ATG gun gets all screwed up, so I pull out my little mini. Let's see, I'm like, I'm not going to deal with that. I don't know why I have such problems with glue tape guns, and paper cutters. But I'm going to use this little guy, and he works. He's like positionable, so they don't stick very well. So I'm just laying these down, and it's looking good to me. Sorry for all the noise. I feel like there's always a lot of background noise on my videos. It's so sensitive, this microphone. I think I said that last time. So I've glued these all down. And I'm just going to snip off the side there. And I like the way that looks. It looks good to me. And for that first box, I have an idea of what I'm going to do. And that is a United States sticker. And that's from the... I think it's from Simple Stories. I'm not sure. And I have a little arrow, and I'm pointing to the very top of the left-hand corner of the United States, and that would be Alaska if it existed on that. If that sticker had a separate little island, or not island, but little part, excuse me, that would be Alaska. And one of the 10 things I'm doing this year, which I'm definitely doing, is I'm going on an Alaskan cruise with my husband in May. He kind of surprised me, but we also it was a gift from my parents, pretty partially. So we're going to Alaska in May, and I'm so excited. I am obsessed with Alaska. I don't know why, but I watch all those, the Alaskan Last Frontier, Alaskan Railroad, Survival Alaska, Buying Alaska. I watch them all. I just love it. It just looks so beautiful over there, and I'm really excited. So here I am. I'm using this stamp set that I got from Michael's years ago. It's like letters and numbers. I don't know what I'm doing at this point. I was thinking maybe I was going to put like a round circle and stamp one on it, but then I'm like, I'll just stamp one on there. And then I'm going to do one. I'm seeing which ones I want to have the stamp on, because not all of them are going to be stamped. So I think I make a mistake right here. I put 4, and that card's going to share 2 spots. It's going to be 4, 5. So the 5, that should be 5 there instead of 4. And then the 6, excuse me. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I should really organize those down. So I'm like digging through them, looking for the letters and the numbers. It was such a time waste. But I find a lot of my things in my scrapbook room are a time waste. So now I'm using these raw chipboard numbers and then putting 2, 8. So I'm like kind of mixing and matching. Like I'm not using all stamp, but I'm not using all thickers. I'm also going to use another sticker. Excuse me. There we go. It's like craft stickers. I think they're by Jelly Bean Soup. And I'm just finishing up those numbers there. So we have 1 through 10 things, reachable goals, or number 1's not really a goal. It was a goal, and now it's reality. How about that? So, look, I put 4 on top of 5, and then I'm looking for another number, and then I start to realize that that's not going to happen, that I totally need to fix that. Eventually, I realize. Eventually. So I'm looking for letter number 10. Number 10 is from that Studio Calico chipboard letter set. It's an older set. I don't remember the name of it. And it's kind of like a tanny, sepia-looking letter set with like a newsprint maybe. Sorry. If you really want to know the name of it, I'll find out. So just let me know. I'm just putting the dots next to the numbers. And then this is a Martha Stewart photograph sticker that I bought years ago. And I'm going to use these little mini stickers from the Studio Calico Project Life Kit. And they're red. And I'm just going to spell Alaska. And I'm going to write down when we're going and how we're getting there. And that's the first one. So just write on there, journal on there about it. And I'm thinking. That's me. When you see me tapping my fingers like that, it means I'm thinking. And that's not just a second long. It's probably like 10 minutes long. I just sped this up so you don't have to stare at me thinking for too long. So number 2, I found this little camera sticker. And I believe it's from the Simple Stories line. Actually, I'm not sure if that one's. And number 2 is document more. And that means take more pictures and make more layouts, write more stories. Write more memories, be a memory keeper, a better memory keeper than last year, and catch up from last year's memory keeping because I have a lot of stuff to talk about. And I'm thinking that little camera's from the Glitz Designs sheet that I have, and do I pull it out here? No. And that one says Document Life, I think, and that's from, is that from Glitz? I'm not sure. I don't think it's from Glitz. No, it's not. And then I cut this craft sticker in half. This is a Martha Stewart Avery line that was in Staples, maybe. It was Staples a while ago, and I cut it in half and I tucked part of it on label number 3. And those are Sundrift. Here's the glitz line. I have a bone to pick with this line. And I don't know if it's just my sheet and that it was just produced wrong, but all the letter stickers and all the little doodad stickers are poorly printed. They are cut off, the letters are cut off, or there's these weird lines of bold colors on the ends and you have to snip it off. But my biggest thing are these letters, these little square letters are completely, I don't know, you go to pull an M and it looks like an N after you take it off the sheet, if you know what I'm talking about. So a lot of the little things on these glitz sheets were misprinted, or that might just be the way it is, I don't know. But that third one, I'm trying to think what it says. The third one says, let me pull up a picture here. The third one is learn new recipes. I love cooking, and I love learning new recipes, but lately I've been going back and forth to the same old recipes that I know of, and I really want to learn some more things. Number 10 is find the, I'm accentuating that word, and I'm not even going to write house. I'm just going to use a sticker from the Simple Stories line that's a house with a heart on it. So find the house that we will live in probably for the rest of our lives, because we don't want to move again. So that's that one, and I underlined the. And I'm taking the other half of that craft sticker and I'm putting it on 6 and 7, and I'm crossing off. I have a little list there of the 10 things, and I'm crossing off my list. And then I realized that I already fixed that 4 and 5, I guess, off camera, but I switched them. And I also added 2014 on there. Number 4 is read more, because I don't read as much as I used to. I have a bookcase full of books. I have a Kindle Fire. I used to love reading. I mean, when I was a little kid, my mom would drop me over to the library. That was my favorite place to go. Well, not a little kid, but old enough to be on my own at the library. And I used to go through books like water, especially when I commuted on the train to the city. I don't read anymore, and when I try to read, I'm so not intrigued by it. So maybe it's just the books I'm reading, but if anybody has really good book suggestions that just captivate you, and you open the book and you can't put it down and then you want to read another book after that, please list them down below, because I would love to know what books you're reading. Number 7 is create more, which goes hand in hand with the document more. And create more, I want to create more things, more crafts, more scrapbook pages, more whatever it may be. Maybe even learn a new craft. I'm just bouncing all over the page. Number 5 is grow something. Excuse me. Growing up, my family always had a garden, and my dad had a great garden, and he grew such great stuff. And I remember growing things in little pots. I remember picking tomatoes. And last year I tried to grow something, and I never took care of it. It was a failure. I think mold grew. I grew mold. But this year I like to grow something, at least one thing. I can't keep a cactus alive, for crying out loud. I used to be so green-thumbed. I loved gardening, so it might just be where we're living. We don't get a lot of sunlight. We don't get a lot down where our apartment is. It's not a basement apartment, but the sunlight's lacking. So hopefully when we have a house, I can have a garden. Number 8 was drink more water, because I would drink so much water all the time, and I've slacked. And especially after recovering from everything and getting back on track, I should be drinking more water. Number 6 is watch Breaking Bad. I've been putting that on the back burner forever. I've always wanted to watch that show. Shows come on the TV, and I don't watch them on the TV. I usually watch them on the internet, and then I just watch one after another, and I'll finish the season like in 2 weeks or so. A season, maybe most likely the series. That's what I did with Downton Abbey. Now I'm watching it on the TV. It doesn't seem the same to me, but I still love it. So I want to watch Breaking Bad and see what all the fuss is about. Don't tell me what happened. Nobody. Number 9 is do away with negative thinking. And I think a lot of us have to do that one. I know it's not easy, but you could try. So that's a goal for sure. Stop thinking negatively because it really impacts your health. Your healthy. I think this is simple stories. This is the simple story sheet. It's very colorful, but I like it. And it's great for documenting days and months and little things. Lots of documentation on there. I think it was made for like Project Life, but I'm not doing that this year because it just seems so stressful to me. So I'm just adding little arrows here and there. That one says, see, I had to just, even this one, I had to, like, the edges. But that one says, goals. Then putting my craft paper photo corners on here, so to match some of that craft I've got going on. And just adding those on. I'm going to glue them now. This is exciting things. Coming up in just a few seconds is my stepdaughter. She was sitting in the room and she's like, what you doing? Why is there a camera there? What you doing? So I'm like, won't you say hello? So I left her and it's an awkward angle and hi! I like held her under the camera, but she thought it was a riot, so whatever makes her happy. That's all that matters, right? So now I'm just going to outline around the edges of this layout with a black pen. I don't know what pen I'm using. Slick Writer maybe? I don't know. It's a good black pen. It has two sides. One is thick, one is broad, and one is fine. And I'm using the fine side. I'm also going to outline some of those tags and pretty much everything else on there. And that's pretty much it for this layout. I like the way it came out. I like my goals, and I think I can achieve them. I hope I can. Yeah, they should be easy. They're not hard ones. They're not like, you know, learn to sculpt to Michelangelo. But there's a close-up. Well, there's the layout. And there's a close-up. So I hope everybody has a